Hello, everyone, and welcome back. If you are returning, and thank you for coming back. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. Grab a seat and get comfortable. And let's get into it. Let's see what Spirit has for us today. Well, tonight, besides rain and thunder, which I love the rain. It's my favorite. All right, Holy Spirit, please, I ask you if you can please protect me and my viewers and our families, and our houses and our cars, and protect us from curses and hexes and evil eyes and negative energy. Close the door to all negativity. All right, and of course, black magic. We don't want none of that, and no voodoo either. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Holy Spirit. So, what do my viewers need to know today? What do my viewers need to know today? Tonight, actually. Show my viewers what they need to see. Uh-oh. Okay. So we got the butterfly, the teddy bear. Alright. Something involving some growth here. Healing the inner child, releasing the past. Somebody's interested in you. Maybe flirting with you, or you're flirting with them. They want a date. Ooh. Then you got somebody that wants to repair things with you. Maybe something happened between you and someone else. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be friendship. It could be family. Okay, take it as it resonates. Either you or someone in your energy just wasn't persistent, and then there came some conflict here because somebody wasn't being persistent. Okay, and with somebody got heartbroken here. They were feeling lost, sad, and despair. It caused a breakup here. Heartbreak and pain. There was some deception, possibly lies, So you're in separation with somebody here. But somebody here is interested in you. They're maybe flirting with you. Maybe they're watching you heal this new person coming in. There's some unconditional love here. Possible soulmate here. Soulmate, soul contract here. A life partner. Unconditional love for someone. An equal give and take. Balance, which is beautiful. But somebody here is lacking confidence, okay? You're self-sabotaging, or, maybe someone's too much into their ego here. Somebody's scared and frustrated here. We'll get into more deeper. Somebody wants a higher commitment, partnership, a union, eternity. Fair enough. Okay. It doesn't look like you're asking for too much, or they're not, but, depends on the situation. We'll get into it with some tarot. A lot of feelings. A lot of water here. There's a lot of feelings here, a lot of emotions. Mental conflict, too. Sure, there's going to be some swords here. Alright, let's get into it. Holy Spirit, what's going on here? Okay. All right. So you releasing the past here, the pain. It, it looks like it could have been a cycle going on here. Okay. You had to heal. You had to learn. This was like part of your growth, part of your transitioning here. All right, was to heal, you know, to explore some stuff here that you didn't even know how you were. All right, possibly like maybe you're always, maybe you're a controlling type of person. You have to have control with everything. If you don't have control of things, then um, you just don't handle things well unless you're in control. You're not happy. I feel like it's either you or somebody in your energy here who has to have control. You know, if they're not in, if you or that person's not in control, then they just can't deal with you, or you can't deal with them. This person's used to getting everything their way. Okay, they're very dominant. This person here. Okay, someone is getting a big improvement in finances and good luck here. An end of hardship. There's going to be some positive changes for someone. Okay. You or someone in your energy. Okay. Maybe somebody is moving. Alright. Maybe you had to move or you moved already. Or someone in your energy moved. Because, you know, you have the freedom now. Or they have the freedom now. Okay. They had to move to get the success, possibly. They could have gone to moved out of the country, or maybe they traveled out of the country for a visit. There was some movement here. Maybe it's not permanent. Maybe it was just a vacation. Good time. Okay, so there was a karmic justice here. Some consequences here. Okay. Um, the truth. Either somebody came out with the truth, or you're looking for the truth from someone. Okay. Or vice versa. Someone here is feeling trapped, but the door is open. You're just not. You're feeling trapped because you're limiting yourself. Okay. Nobody is causing you to have any restrictions. You're making the restrictions yourself. Okay. Spirit wants you to get out of there. Clear your mind. Think about what you want. Write it down. Okay. Write a list of the things that you want to do. Things you want to accomplish. Okay. And think of it in a positive way. Okay. Don't think of anything negative. Just write it down without thought. What do you want? Okay. And then, you know, one thing at a time. Like, all right, now what do I do to get this? What do I have to go through to become this or do that or whatever? Each step, right? So then you cross it off. Every step that you did, you cross off one at a time. That way you're not overwhelmed, right? That helps for some people, not everyone. But that's what I'm getting, a checklist here of what you should do here. If you're really in your head, okay? Because like the lacking direction here because you don't know what you want, or your person, somebody in your energy doesn't know what they want, and they need to like figure that out. So it's like sit down and write down the things you would like to do. What makes you happy? Okay. what would make you happy, right? And write it down. And then write step by step what actions you need to take, one step at a time, right? And as you accomplish it, check it off the list. That's why it's not so overwhelming, you know. Anyway, that's what's coming to me. That's what Spirit is pretty much showing me for that. All right. Let's see. So with this backstabbing, betrayal here, so I think maybe I'm feeling that someone was being deceptive, possibly. This person wasn't getting the attention they wanted from you. This person, you know, had a lot of interest in you in the beginning. But then once they found out they couldn't control you, they were getting frustrated because you're very independent. Okay, you seem independent to them. To them, you seem too independent, where they're gonna have a hard time controlling you and making you, kind of like, I don't know, fix you the way they want you to be. There's a word for it, and I just can't think of it right now. Oh, here we go. This person doesn't want me to talk about this, but I'm going to. But I'm not gonna say any names, okay? I'll respect that. All right. So this person's carrying a heavy burden. All right. They did some deception here. Maybe you caught them talking to someone else. Maybe you caught them with another love interest or sexual interest. This person lives a distance. It's drivable, the distance. You can drive there within a couple of hours. I'm seeing a couple of bridges they'd have to cross. Water. I don't know if they live on an island, near an island, but I also see a big city. Kind of looks like they have to go somewhere. They don't live in a city, but they have to go through a city to get to you. Okay, this person, you love this person very much. All right. Oh. This person wanted you to be more patient, um, more relaxed. This person feels that, you rush things too much. Like you want like the stable commitment, and they feel like there's no freedom. Like they feel like they just want their freedom now. They don't want to be in a connection because now they have options. At one point, they didn't have options, okay? But I see they started fixing themselves up. Either they lost weight, they got some surgery or whatever to look better, they started working out, whatever it was here. They did some transformation, and now that transformation went to their head, okay? This is a younger sign here. In fact, I'm feeling both of these parties are young. Okay, this is young. And that's fine because I know there's some young viewers here, right, that might watch my channel. Maybe, maybe not. But if you're here, hi. But this is definitely looks like younger energy, but it doesn't have to be, okay? This could be a younger energies, or it could be, um, you know, just they seem like younger energy. That could be Gemini, because there's Gemini here. I know it could be just younger, playful minded people, okay? Don't have to be older, they just act younger, okay? They think, or I and I don't want to say immature because they don't feel their age, okay? They feel younger, and that's fine, you know. So either way, take it as it resonates. It could be, younger people, or it could be people acting and feeling younger, okay? And that's great too. So anyway, this person felt that, you know, they were too much. Somebody was lacking friends or a social life here. Both parties seemed like they were lacking a social life. Um, when this people met, it looked like it was like over internet. Okay, it was like over internet here. And then they met in person. Okay. And this person thought, that this person was going to be like their life partner. And that's why I'm saying it's like an immature, emotional people here. Mm, like kind of like the first love type of deal here, which is really sweet. Anyway, oh, those were the days. um, so anyway, so this person thought that this emperor here was going to be stable, okay, and grounded, dependable, um, because this person lacked a father in their life. They didn't have any good father figures in their life. They were brought up with a single mother, so they lacked a father. So, and this person in particular, I'm not saying this is for everyone, okay, or these people in particular, um, they they really like the they're always seeking validation from men. They didn't have good men in their life. Okay, so do they have any good men in their life? Okay, like father figures, or you know any masculine energy that was protective of them or gave that nurturing fatherly care that they deserved or wanted. Okay, so they go and they try to find it in other men or young men or men, just men in general. Okay, so they thought this emperor was going to be like father figure, someone who cared, be protective like a father would be. This, you know, there's not. I don't feel there might be this. Well, now that I'm seeing here, there could be an age gap here. Okay, this emperor here and father figure type person, they could be older than this other person here. It could be an older gentleman. Okay. Um, but I'm gonna find out in a minute. Okay. Yeah. So this person that seemed they were very successful. They accomplished things in life. That's what they told this other person because they didn't meet yet. So this person was like telling this other person some stories here to impress this other person, okay? And it could be an Aquarius who was doing that, or a Libra. I'm seeing water, but it could be either or right now, or it could be Gemini too in the air sign. Okay, so this person met this other person in person. So much person, right? I know, it's so confusing. So they met this person in person over, say, the internet, something with social media. Okay, whatever social media was, like I don't know, but they were talking for quite some time, like every day, because it seemed like they didn't have much of a social life. So their social life was each other. They kind of were dependable on each other. um, they met in person, and they started to change right from there on. So this person traveled far by plane, even possibly, or train or something. They traveled far, a distance to be with this person from the internet. I see here, to find out that, this person here wasn't what they said they were. Okay, there has been some things here, but the thing is, okay, this person, because they're always looking for validation, and there were some red flags in their conversations, but this is a soulmate of theirs. Okay, this is a soulmate connection, and it was a very strong connection. And neither of these two people had much of a relationship experience. Okay, there's not much experience here with relationship. All right, I see one of the partners here that not even experienced at all. That's why I'm thinking it's probably like younger. Someone's much younger here. Okay, no experience, kind of naive. Okay, yeah. So they met this person to find out that, okay, this, either you or the other person was having mental health issues. And they started backing off when they found out there was some mental issues going on here. But in fact, you both felt each other, like one another had a mental issue. Like you thought they had a mental issue, and they thought you had a mental issue. But the truth is, you both did. Okay. The mental issue here was one was obsessed with one of the people, and the other one was lost and confused and indecisive about their whole life. And they just wanted somebody to comfort them. Um, and that person was lacking love, and like lacking love from, say, like a woman, a female, and a father figure, but mostly from a female, because the mother wasn't loving or nurturing to this person. Okay, the mother was, she was more materialistic, so she would buy her affections, give her affection by spoiling with material instead of actual physical affection. She wasn't affectionate. And this person was really wanting that. And when he met, or I'm saying he, but it's a masculine here, okay? But it doesn't mean it's a he. So this masculine energy, right, was really thirsty for, validation from a woman, like positive validations here. They wanted that love, they wanted that security, they wanted to feel, emotionally balanced. Okay, and they wanted some peace within them, and they thought they wanted a relationship, but they did feel a really strong connection with this person. Like they knew there's something really special here, a real special bond between them and this other person. And that's why I'm saying it's like there might be a little age gap here, but I feel these two people are young. This is young energy here, okay? It's a young energy. I just feel like they're young. They both come from home where they're living at home with parents. Okay, they both had restrictions to things, so that tells me that they had rules that they had to obey. All right, so that tells me this is younger energies here, and that's fine because I know younger people like to watch tarot too. So you're all welcome, and I love it. Okay, so let's see. All right, so it started off where the two people here were very obsessed with each other, so much in love, so affectionate. It was so perfect. Okay, but one of the parties here, the mother was very controlling. Okay, um, they they both shared a lot of things in common here. Okay, and what it was like They both lack love and affection from their parents. Okay, their parents just didn't understand them. They were struggling at school, it looks like. Okay, maybe somebody was being bullied or they both were being teased at school. All right, and it seemed like they kind of relied on each other for comfort. So this person ended up, I don't know, this person here ended up having, yeah, this person ended up having a step parent father figure that was really abusive. Very abusive. I'm very sorry that happened to you, sweetheart. That's so awful. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, because see, this stepfather here, oh my, the stepfather here didn't like women too much. He was a mental case himself. He wasn't healed at all. And he moved on to a marriage unhealed. And that person that he married had a child, one child, and he messed up that child's life. He was very abusive to this child, and the mother did nothing. Absolutely nothing. I am so sorry. They're getting their karma, I promise you, okay? Oh, they're getting their karma. If they're not yet, they will be. I promise you. Don't worry, you're going to be successful and you're going to have a great life, okay? Yes, you will. And I pray for you because you will. I promise you. Oh my goodness. Okay. Whew. That's a pretty rough one. Hmm. All right, so like I said, they were being like bullied at school or being teased even. So they, relied on each other, and the stepfather was very abusive, and the other person that was the mother to the other person was extremely, what do you call it, selfish. She was very selfish. She had children from other men and expected this person to pretty much raise her younger kids. So he was like a father figure to his siblings, and they couldn't really, um, a father figure, mother figure, whatever it is. Okay, it's a masculine energy. So they felt like they were like taking care of kids that didn't belong to them, and then this mother was a very selfish mother in that kind of way. Okay. All right. So I see that this person had men in and out of their life. The mother wasn't stable that way. All right. All right. So that's what happened with here. You'll know this is your reading if this is what's going on, or it could be anybody else's reading, or maybe it's some of your readings, but not everyone's. Just take what it resonates for you. Okay. Like this is the general reading, so might pieces might fit and pieces might not fit. So just exclude what doesn't fit. Okay. Because this is for like anybody around the whole world. You know what I mean? That watches my stuff. So it's energy. All right. So they were both having problems, okay, but when they got together and they would spend time together, they would literally, it was like unconditional love, so passionate, right? You know how it is when you first fall in love with somebody, it's like you feel like you're like walking on air, you know? You feel like Jesus over on the water or something. Like, yeah. And then when it ends, it feels like somebody, just ripped the carpet from underneath your feet and you just fell right in the water. It's how it always is because we have to learn lessons and grow, right? Okay. So everything was so balanced and great, okay, in the beginning. All right, everything seemed so good until this person, because even though she traveled or he traveled to another state to be closer to this person, because they had family in that other state, they were still a distance from one another, but it was by like hours difference. And like it's a car drive, but it took hours to get somewhere. Okay, and they would do it. This person would sacrifice, and drive to this person often. Okay, very often in the beginning. But the mother to this person started getting extremely jealous. And not only that, she was controlling, but okay, she had controlling ways. However, all right, she did make, yeah, she had to be a parent, all right? And she knew you guys are very much in love, but she also knew with her own experiences that you're too young to just not to drop everything and just be together. Nobody was taking, doing responsible things here. One quit college, okay. One quit college. They didn't want to work. They were lazy to work. No ambition here. I mean, it's heavy Aquarius. Okay. Yeah. They're very talkative. This person was very talkative. Sweet talker, too. And they were a bit rebellious with their mother here. They argue a lot. Okay. And they knew how to press the mother's buttons and kind of rubbed it in her face in the arguments about her relationships and how she shouldn't get involved to their relationship. But she did have a point here, and I'm going to explain it to you in a second. The point is, you're too young. All right, you're too young, and the thing is, you didn't. This mother had gotten pregnant too young at one point in her life, and she struggled. Okay, and then the guy left her. So she doesn't want her child to end up in that same circumstance, the same situation she was in, okay? She was overly protective in that way. Is it bad? No. No, because she didn't want him to suffer or her to suffer, okay? Um, but it can seem very controlling and but this person was like they quit college, okay, to be with say you or this other whatever, take it as it fits. They quit college, they weren't working. So the mother was like, well, okay, you don't want to go to college and you have to work full time. You got bills to pay. How you gonna pay rent? How you gonna function with this relationship if you're not working? Where you gonna live? It's just it's reality, right? Yeah, love feels so good and up in the clouds, but you still have responsibilities, okay? And we have to really, really, deal with those. So anyway, the mother kind of killed that for you. I know, but it was for your own good. It really, truly was. She thought you were both too young and non-experienced, and she wanted the both of you to have your opportunities and fun and not be so serious. I get it, where she's coming from, okay? I totally get it. Um, it sucks, I know. But, okay, so that happened. So she got really involved and put him in his head, okay, or her head. And it was like, but this person really strung you along, or you strung them along into believing that you guys were going to live together, have this future together, and all this stuff without jobs and without money. right? Because he was depending, or she was depending on the parent to pay for gas, pay for everything, you know? So they didn't have a real job. And then that person was like, well, that's, so it kind of, it opened, like they put, the mother put light in his head, realistic light, okay? And was like, hello, where you, how you gonna eat? How you gonna pay your rent? So, um, once that settled in his or her mind, this masculine's mind, that's when he put the brakes down and said, no, I can't do it. Okay. And when he said that to his lover here, right, she fell apart because this person put a lot of investment here into this relationship with this person. I'm hearing they even put like a down payment or something on an apartment. But I mean, I don't know. They didn't want to pay bills. They didn't want all that responsibility. They didn't want to grow up. It hit them or her. Okay, it hit them, and so they put a brakes there. All right, and they didn't follow through. So now, um, the person. Oh, okay, so now the person that the masculine, okay, energy, they were really upset. They were upset that they they didn't follow through. They didn't keep their promise. You know, money was tight. Okay, and they would make promises to this person, but the thing is, they felt like they had to make promises all the time because the person that they were with were very pushy, and they didn't understand, the distance, the mileage, the time, everything else on that person's side of going towards them all the time to visit. They were very pushy, okay, and this person didn't appreciate that. And you can't control an air sign, okay, and I feel like it might have been somebody with air sign and fire sign. There's air and fire inside somebody here, okay. I'm seeing air and fire, but like I said, you can't control air. It won't go very well, because they don't like controlling people. They're very logical. Okay, so this person ended up in their feelings. Okay, they were really hurt. This person that was supposed to move with the other person and all that really, really hurt this person. Okay, they were like, no, we are too young. My mom is right. We should wait. Um, we're still too young, and stuff like that. And it was like they went into a depression. They went into a depression here. So with that depression, a family member or a friend that they're really close to, I see a group of people that this person was really close to where they lived. Okay. Now this is a person that never moved. This is the person, the masculine, never moved. They have a group of friends. Okay, they were in a serious. They went through a depression here. With the moon here, they were hiding secrets and they were trying to hide the fact that they were depressed. They didn't want to show that. And they felt like a failure too because they didn't follow through with their promises. They broke their promises to the person that, they strung along here and told them they loved them and everything. I don't want to say strung along. It was just that they were both immature, in a way. And I'm not saying immature in a bad way. It's just you're, a young mind. That's what I mean. As you grow older and you experience more, okay, you become wiser, and you know, um, stuff like this, hurt, pain in general, you see things in a different light. Your mind will grow and change. Alright, you won't see things like this when you get older, I promise. It'll be a little different. Okay? And it's a good thing because I know it's really heartbreaking here for you. But it's for a reason. Okay? Trust the process, okay? So, with all this pain and everything, this person really saw you as their star. Like you were already a star seed. You didn't even know it. You just have this healing ability about you. Your energy is so beautiful, okay? Your energy is so beautiful, so alive, and so creative and healing and positive, and you really brought faith into this person, okay? You healed this person so much. Although they gave you a lot of pain here, okay, this was meant to be because this person needed to move on, and they did move on, right? They did move on, and they became successful with whatever job they ended up in or whatever school they got into, okay? Because of your energy, because of your positivity, your healing, you're so loving, okay? You're so loving, and you might have had people come in and out of your life, okay? So it kind of caused like you to have like attachment problems, issues of attachment. Like you don't want people to ever leave you once you get to know them and feel comfortable with them. You want to keep them forever, right? And that's okay. That's okay. That happens. Okay, we get like that, but then it comes like we're codependent, so we have to learn not to do that, right? Because you can't control people. As much as we want to, we can't do that because you can't take away other people's choices in life, okay? Anyway, so yeah, so there was a commitment here. It was very strong. It was definitely your soulmate. Okay, but here's the thing: we all have soulmates. Okay, we have friends that are soulmates. We can have family that are soulmates. We can have our first love be your soulmate, but it doesn't mean that they're there to be with us forever to marry and have children with. Okay, sometimes they're just there for lessons also. And this particular person, okay, they are your soulmate. They possibly, I see that you were friends for a long time. And maybe you still are friends after you guys broke up, okay? But you'll always have that connection. It's just not going to be right now that it's going to be a marriage, okay? It's not going to be a forever thing right now. I don't know about your future. It has to be like a personal read for me to see that for you. But what I'm getting here is like, see, you're both like your inner child, a lot of youthfulness here. You're both dreamers. I'm even hearing that you used to like telepathically speak to one another in dreams or have the same dreams. Like you will literally have like telepathic communication. That is so awesome. That's beautiful. See? But the both of you still have love for one another. That will never go away, okay? But it's just right now, okay? There's a lot of things you both have to learn, and you both have different paths you have to take, okay? What it was is like the divine put you guys together because you both manifested each other, because you're both going through a lot of pain and you're wishing on someone who would understand you. You're wishing you had someone who would love you and care for you. And the divine sent you someone, or, had you travel to someone for that love that you really needed, okay? So the divine wants you to always have love, okay? But they don't want you to put anybody on a pedestal above you. And you put somebody on a pedestal before yourself, but you weren't loving yourself. Okay, you went through a lot of childhood pain and trauma. I can see that and feel that. And you really needed to heal that, and you didn't even know how to do it. But spirit showed you, and you're healing, and you're so much better now, or you're gonna be if you're not yet. Okay, you're gonna be. Now the secrets here, all right, is that this person told you that they're going through a depression. They weren't calling you anymore. Okay, the communication was cut, just cut. Like they weren't answering. You were calling them all the time, and they weren't answering the phone. They were ignoring your calls and communication because they were trying to move on from you. But they didn't want to put in the work anymore. They would tell you they're gonna come see you and never show up, and you'd be waiting there, and nobody would. And they would never show up. That's terrible. I'm sorry. Yeah, because this person didn't know how to tell you that they didn't have gas money. They were embarrassed to say they were broke because they didn't have a job. They couldn't support you. They couldn't do anything because they didn't have a job. They had no money coming in, but they were so embarrassed about that. And the reason why they didn't have a job and all that stuff is because one, they weren't very ambitious, and two, they're very smart, very very smart and very logical person here. But they're a bit lazy. They feel it's mostly like just laziness, and they do have depression. They have some depression. They felt like they weren't ever good enough. Okay. Now, this person started going through a transformation in their body. I'm seeing that, they might have been maybe overweight, or maybe they were too skinny, whatever it was. They changed something in their body or whatever. They went through a transformation, okay? So they started feeling really good about themselves here. They started going out with the family and friends, okay? I see they're very close to a family member, and the family member was a player here. And we're getting them into, they're going to bars and clubs, okay? They were young. They're young. Young energy here. Still going to bars, possibly, clubs, whatever's out in the community, having a good time being young, okay? That's what young people do. And wherever you lived, you had a hard time